Hey guys, just out working on the DR at the moment. I've got a new choke cable to fit. My choke cable snapped ages and ages ago. I just rigged up this cable tie system here just to pull, but because I still got the clutch switch enabled, it's a complete wonder act to try and pull this out, pull the clutch cable in and hit the start at the same time, and it's a total pain in the arse. So I went and picked up a new clutch cable from the local Suzuki dealer. It was about $30. I didn't think it was worth going aftermarket for that. So anyway, today we're going to be fitting that. First up we need to remove the side panels, the seat and then the gas tank. So you can see in there how I've jerry-rigged that. I just basically cut the cable off, put a ring terminal on it and then a cable tie on the end, and I can just pull the choke on like that. I mean, it works, but it's not ideal. So the original cable just runs up following the throttle cables all the way up, and then it splits here and goes up obviously to your switchgear there. So to start off with, I'm just going to take this out here. This is a bit fiddly to get out. It's a 12mm. You have to kind of just get your spanner on it and twist it. It's very awkward though. You can get it, and then just pull it out. So this is the choke cable here. It basically just pulls on this wee brass nubby thing. So if I just grab my new cable, slide this end over it, I'm going to try and poke the cable up through here. It's a bit more difficult on my one because I've added all that additional stuff for my tank wobble. And just release these reusable cable ties. Down through there. This would be much easier for a stock bike, obviously, when this crap would be in the way. There's a spider hiding in there, but there's a cable guide here. 210mm, I'll take that off. Another cable guide just behind it. You can just bend that one down, pull it all through. Bring this up and around. I'm just going to kind of route this next to the clutch cable as it goes up here, and that'll do it there at the moment. Screw this in as far as you can by hand. Now you don't want this to be super tight, just a wee nip. This is what I was saying, it was awkward. That'll do. We'll now come up to the switchgear. Now there's just two Phillips bits here. They're probably GIS, to be honest. And you're always best to use the screwdriver that comes with the bike, because that will be GIS. Just pull your switchgear off. So it goes in through this hole here, and it goes through that bottom bolt there. And you can see it wants to go in there. It's a bit hard to show on camera, but that's how the cable goes in. Sits in that wee piece there, runs round and down out the bottom, and that wee piece sits in there. Now you've got a wee locator tab in the top piece which fits into your handlebars. A lot of people cut them off if they are fitting aftermarket handlebars, which is not really the best. You want to try and get that in like that, and get your bolts in. And the bottom one, the back one, you just want to put it through the wee guide. And screw it up. Screw these up evenly. And again, just don't over tighten them. And awesome. Just check all your switches work, none are sticking. And that is that job done. I can now put the guides back in. Tighten up my wee cable tie. And there we go, simple as that. And that's literally only took 5 minutes to change that cable over. It's probably something I should have done ages ago. That has been like that for easily a couple of months. I've just got to put this tank on, side panels and the seat, and she is good to go. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. See you later.